Yes, music, baby. Thank you.
I remember being in my grandma's kitchen, tugging at her apron, asking for just a little taste of whatever she was cooking. Granny, may I lick the spoon? Is the cake done yet? Now it's my kitchen, my children and grandchildren, and even my husband tugging at my apron for just a little taste of whatever I'm cooking. Hello, I'm Coco. Now come on into my kitchen where every batch is made from scratch.
Good evening. Welcome to Cooking with Coco, where every batch is made from scratch. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I truly appreciate it. I would first like to open up with a word of prayer. Dear God, we thank you for this evening, God. Lord, we thank you for bringing us into this day, God. Lord, I thank you for my viewers, Lord. I pray and ask you, Lord, that you would bless each family member on today in a special way, God. You know what their needs are, Lord. For that, Lord, we say thank you. Lord, we thank you for the food that is getting ready to be prepared, God. And when we're ready to eat it, God, we pray and ask that it be a nourishment for our bodies. We ask all of these things in your darling son, Jesus. Amen. All right. Thank you again for joining me on this evening. We have a delicious, scrumptious meal that we're going to prepare right before your eyes. And so what we have first that we're going to cook is our thick, chunky beef stew. Like I was telling you in the commercial on yesterday, I have slow cooked a beef roast for 4 hours. I'm going to show you what I seasoned my roast with. I put it in my crock pot and I sprinkled the Party Ranch, original Party Ranch. I also poured the au jus sauce mix on top of the roast, okay? Then I placed 1 stick of Lano Lakes butter on top of that. I seasoned the roast with black pepper. Then I let it slow cook for a total of 4 hours. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. It is tender, it's very flavorful, and I'm gonna just place it on this plate and I'm going to cut it in chunks so that I can show you the next step to the roast. See how tender that is? I'm gonna keep some of the juice. I want you to see the juice. Can you see that juice? I'm gonna use some of that for sauteing, okay? We don't wanna get rid of that though. That's all the good stuff, okay? So I'm gonna take a knife. Okay, and I'm just gonna cut it in chunks. There's also another way that you can do this as well. I chose to slow roast a roast. You can use the beef tips if you like. You can do them, you can sear them on top of the stove in a skillet, or you can do what I did and put it in a crock pot and just let it roast. Let it slow cook. You see how tender that is? Nice juicy chunks. See how that is? It's pretty. When we talk about presentation, that's everything, right? See those nice juicy chunks. So what I'm going to do next, and a girlfriend of mine asked me just the other day, and this really was already planned to do. She's a homegirl from the neighborhood. We call her Pee-wee, but her name is Rosemary. So if you're watching Pee-wee, I want to say hello, a shout out to Pee-wee, okay? And then I want to tell you all of the ingredients that is in this so that you will know. I can't remember everything verbatim, so I write things down. I'm getting old. So this requires 2 pounds of beef stew or beef tips, 1 to 2 tablespoons of canola oil or vegetable oil, 1½ cups of chopped onions, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of beef broth or the carton, which I have the Swanson. I want you to see beef broth. This is the one that I prefer. Okay, then it asks for 2 garlic cloves minced, 1 tablespoon of dried parsley, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, 1 bay leaf, 2 to 3 carrots chopped, 3 potatoes boiled and then chopped, 1 cup of celery. Okay, so what we are going to do, we're going to put the already cooked meat into this pot here. I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm just going to put the beef in this pot here. I'm going to also add a little of this good juicy broth. I'm going to put that in the pot because I don't want to waste it. This is good stuff. All the great flavors here, okay? I'm going to set this to the side, and then I'm going to just start putting all of my other ingredients in. It asks for a cup of onions, so I'm going to put the onions in here. It asks for a cup of bell peppers. I've already pre-cut everything. A cup of celery. The minced garlic. I already got that already. It asks for tablespoon of tomato paste. Okay. Then it asks for the bay leaf. I'm going to use a couple here. And then we're going to bring it to the stove and turn it on. We're going to bring that to a nice simmering boil. Okay? Medium high, if you will. Now, what I did, because the show is not a long show, what I've done, I've pre-boiled my potatoes and my carrots. So they're already nice and tender. You don't have to watch me boil potatoes and carrots. So that's already done. So this is behind me. I'm going to give it a good stir. All of those nice ingredients here. I'll bring it back to the camera so you can see it. I'm going to add a little black pepper. About a teaspoon. Okay. Now I'm going to add the already pre-boiled carrots and potatoes. I want you to see. And I like chunks, so I've already cut them up, boiled them, drained the water. So I'm going to just put this over in the pot as well. The chunkier the potatoes, the chunkier the stew is. I'm going to add a little parsley, about a teaspoon of parsley. It asks for a 10 to 12 ounce of beef broth. So I'm going to add this to it, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm just kind of, I didn't measure, but about a cup and a half of broth. Just a good stir. Okay. Now I'm going to let you see what this looks like. Got the camera on it, honey. Give it a good stir here. Then I'm going to add my diced tomatoes. My husband doesn't really like this part of it, but I love tomatoes. And this is part of the stew, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow suit. Okay, see how pretty that's looking? And it is going to be delicious, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna put the lid on. I'm gonna let this simmer behind me for about 15 minutes. everything is really done. We're just bringing the onions and the celery and the bell peppers, going to let those tenderize a little bit. So this is what this is looking like now. Okay? Put my lid on, take it back to the stove, and let it do what it do. Okay? Now, I also told you that I was going to fix a delicious, zesty jalapeno coleslaw. So we're going to start off with our slaw that's already been shredded. And this, again, is just a big dumping dish. You just dump everything in it. So we have about 2½ cups of shredded slaw. Okay? Jalapenos. I have 2 already diced jalapenos. I like spice, a little kick. I won't add all of them, okay? So, and then it asks for 1/2 cup of red onions. Guys, this coleslaw is truly, it's addictive. We call it crack at my house. I don't want to offend anybody, but that's what we call it. And then it asks for a Granny Smith apple. So I've already cored and sliced the apple. Usually about 2 small green apples. It also asks for about a teaspoon of celery seed. This is my celery seeds here. About a teaspoon. Okay. It asks for red wine vinegar, about a tablespoon, okay? I like a little bit more, so I'm gonna add a couple, okay? And then it asks for about a tablespoon of lemon juice. I have a fresh lemon here. I'm just gonna squeeze all that good juice. Okay. A little garlic salt, about 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. And we're just gonna stir this, mix this up really well. And then I will add about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of real mayonnaise. The brand I like is Hellmann's. I love Hellmann's mayonnaise. And now I'm looking for my mayonnaise, and I think it's right here. Got it. This is the brand that I like, Hellmann's. It doesn't ask for, and I've tried it with Miracle Whip. It does not give the same taste, not the same flavor. These are real eggs that are used in this mayo. This is just a delicious, refreshing coleslaw. I'm just gonna mix all of that up really well. I probably could have used a larger bowl, but it's okay. Okay, my stew is boiling really well over here. I'm gonna turn my oil on because I want you guys to see me fix this delicious, moist, crunchy hot water cornbread. And it just goes really, really well with this beef stew, okay? Just want to mix that really well. Nothing to it, guys, but to do it. So simple. I pray that this has inspired some young person. I don't know what you guys are eating tonight, but this is going to just, this is a comforting food is what I call it. It's rainy and it's not really cold, but it's gonna get cold. But this is one of those meals. So again, with the coleslaw, the zesty jalapeno coleslaw, we have our shredded slaw, we have 2 jalapeno peppers, diced really fine, 1/2 of a red onion, about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of Granny Smith apples, a little garlic, tablespoon of lemon juice, about a couple of tablespoons of red vinegar. I'm adding a little bit more because it's not as creamy as I like. And you just add as much as you like. Again, probably about 1.5 cups. Okay, we just want it nice and creamy. All of those great ingredients and flavor coming together. It's looking good. And this goes good with the cornbread, actually. Yes. We can't keep this slaw in the house. It's a great snack as well. Okay. I think we got it. So that's the end of the coleslaw. I'm going to step to the side for just a minute. Get some of this up. Okay. Hope everybody has had a great week. We have. It's been a short week for me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and off on Fridays. Oh my. I look forward to my Thursdays because that's my Friday. Okay, that's the slaw. That's it. That's it for that. Okay, we're going to move on to our hot water cornbread. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to explain some of this to you guys. Got to get this. This is just a mess. Okay. Now, what I have here, I have 2 cups of cornmeal mix. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to add a tablespoon of flour, a teaspoon of salt. Okay. And when I add the flour, that just helps it to really come together. It forms really well. With the meal, it's kind of sticky. That was a tablespoon of sugar, okay? Now, behind me, I have some boiling water that has been brewing. Gonna mix all of that up. Add a little salt. So salt, sugar, flour. Mix all of that together. Again, my water has been boiling. I'm going to show you this. Now, there's a certain consistency that this should be, okay? I have my oil behind me, and it's getting hot. I want you to see the consistency of what this is going to look like. You don't want it soupy. You want it to form to where you can handle it and make little balls, okay? I'm gonna stir that really well. You see how it's coming together? But still, it's not the consistency that I need it to be. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water. It's coming together. It's not going to be soupy. We're not making cornbread, a skillet. We're not doing that. Okay, add a little bit more. And again, these measured ingredients, I will probably get about 10 to 12 pieces of cornbread, okay? And again, if you need me to repeat that, 2 cups of cornmeal mix, 1 tablespoon of sugar, teaspoon of salt, my boiling water, a tablespoon of flour. It's all coming together, still not like I want it, but it's coming together. A little bit more hot water. See what this is doing? It's coming together really, really well. Now I will be able to pick this up with my hand. And my hands will be wet, so I'm going to walk to the sink and wet my hands, or have my husband give me a bowl maybe with some water in it. You see this? Look what this is looking like. Stir really well. These are gonna make some delicious cornbread, hot water cornbread. And the reason you call it hot water cornbread is because we're using hot water, okay? We are using hot water, okay? My oil is getting warm, well, it's getting hot. I needed a certain temperature. I have it right now on medium high. And actually, I got to give a shout out to my oldest sister, Paula. She is the one who taught me how to fix this cornbread. So again, my husband and I were talking about it last night. And so he said something. He said, well, I know you know how to make it, but Paula's got you beat. So at any rate, thank you, sis, for showing me and teaching me how to fix this. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to step to the side and check my oil. Just going to take a little bit here. It's almost there. And then, Rodney, if I could get you to come to step to the side, can you? What do you think? Or you just want to bring it to the stove so that they can see? Let me get a little bit. Not ready yet, but just in a minute. Just in a minute. I hope this inspires some family member to want to fix this delicious meal for their family. Okay, I want you to see the consistency. See that? It really stands up on the spoon, okay? And once I put it in the hot oil, I will not flip it but once. So I'll put it in there, let it brown on that one side, and then flip it, and then it'll come out. Okay? So it's hot. I want you to see, I'm just putting my hands in a little warm water, and I'm going to take it like so, and I'm just going to drop it in the hot oil. So, and then we're going to rub this down with some Lano Lakes butter as it comes out. Okay. Again, that's going to brown on one side, and then I'll flip it, and then it'll come out. All right, I want you guys to take a look at the beef stew. Look at this. We have our, oh my goodness, can you taste it? We have our beef, we have our potatoes, our carrots, celery, onions, garlic. Oh my. You tell me this is not a nice winter night meal. Yes, it is. See how nice and pretty and chunky this looks? I'm excited about dinner tonight. Gonna put that lid back on. Everything is looking good. Again, how much time have we been into this? Pastor Akins, how long have we been? All right, okay. We're got a good time going on. We have some friends in the house tonight that are going to join us for this delicious dinner. And my mom is here again. I can't keep her away. I don't want to keep her away. She's my mommy. Okay. Everything is looking good. Got a delicious cream cheese pound cake that I fixed today. So that's going to go along with our meal as well. I want you to see how pretty the cake is. This is what our dessert is going to be tonight with some fresh vanilla ice cream. Oh my, we're gonna have a great time tonight. Have some. Yes. Everything is looking good. We're gonna do a few more cornbread muffins. Put this one back out. Everything is looking good, guys. Looking good. Okay, I'm going to flip the cornbread. And again, when you're cooking the cornbread, you want to put it, make sure that it's in a already preheated skillet of oil. I like vegetable oil when I'm cooking my hot water cornbread. You can use what you like though. You know, if you like a favorite of canola oil or grapeseed oil, you know, whatever oils you like. I just prefer the vegetable oil. I want you to come so they can see this, please, sir. And guys, we're really almost done. Almost done. Okay, this has been sitting, cooking for about 2 or 3 minutes. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna flip it. See how golden, pretty brown that is? I'm not gonna smush it down or smash it or anything. We want it to remain fluffy. And then you flip. See how pretty that is? And that'll just cook on the other side. I'll take them out and put them on a paper towel. Now I can still add a few more. Won't change the temperature any because the meal is warm. It's hot from the hot water. Okay? And again, the ingredients and the amount of ingredients that I've pre-measured for the hot water cornbread, this will probably make anywhere from 10 to 12 nice size cornbread. Good. Everything is looking really well. It's turning out nicely. And again, like I said, I had a girlfriend that called and said, hey, do you have a recipe for beef stew? So this is to Rosemary Brown. Pee-wee is what we called her in growing up. And so I hope that she got a chance to watch. This is for her. My girl Monica McNeil is watching. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Rosemary, I see you're watching. Thank you. I hope this was an easy lesson for you. Hi, Cynthia Martin. Mom's in the house. Thank you for watching. Hi, Uncle Benny and Linda Paxton. Thank you guys for watching this evening. I know today is Friday. You could be doing anything. But I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. And please, whatever you do, if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you could please do that, I would appreciate it. And surprise, surprise, surprise. I was told today that my book will be out for purchasing next week. And so I will have all of that information to where you can go on to Amazon and order your book. I'm going to plan a book signing as well, probably the first or second week in March. And so I'll make sure that you know that information. So if you purchase a book, I will personally sign it. And again, I do thank you so much. Hi, Jean. Thank you for watching. Carol, thank you for watching. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start to plate some of this up. because really everything is really done. So we'll see in a minute. Hi Diane Epps, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Let's take some of these out. You want to hand me a Kim Crompton, what's going on? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Miss you. Hi, Etta. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I'm going to take some of the hot water cornbread out so you can see how pretty this is looking. It's nice and crispy, as I said. It's crispy on the outside. It's very moist in the inside. This is what this is looking like. I want you to see what this is looking like. And then we're going to start wrapping up. Again, I like to put butter on all of this. Very generously. We're not going to cheat ourselves, okay? Now guys, another thing that you can add to this bread, if you like honey, you can rub some honey, spread some honey on this. It's really good that way as well. Okay, if you want to give me a bowl and I can plate it up. You want me to display that? Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna plate this up and let you see how delicious everything looks. And I think I'm gonna serve my mom the first plate. What do you think about that, Mom? Love it. I want you all to see how beautiful this stew is. Look at this. Can you see that? See the potatoes, the carrots, the beef, the celery, the onions, the garlic. This is amazing. It's going to be so, so delicious. So I'm going to plate this up for my mom. This is gonna look, okay? Take my bowl, give her some of this nice chunky stuff. Look at that. Oh, look how delicious. Potatoes. Oh, look guys. And then what you wanna do is put one of the cornbread muffins in the juice and let it just marinate there. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look how amazing this is. Okay guys, guess what? It is time for me to say goodbye. But guess what? I will be back next Friday for again another amazing dish. I pray that you were inspired. I pray that you will even try this. How simple it was. And your family will have this delicious, comforting food on a Friday evening. Show them that you love them. And like my grandmother tells me, before she passed, she said, cook out of love and not by demand. And so I pray that I've done that for my family this evening. I love you all for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in with Cooking with Coco, where every batch is made from scratch. Goodbye. See you next time.